Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing on a couple different places manual machines. Really just kind of an assembly that kind of locks up the back tire, kind of allows you to practice your balance point of where your manual's at. I've been trying to work on it kind of on the trails, just kind of in the parking lot, my garage, and there is some truth, I guess, to using this where it kind of helps you find your balance, so you kind of know where you're at, and kind of when you can learn how to adjust that balance point on your bike, it makes it a lot easier when you're on the trail. I used to do a lot of snowboarding, and so when I was learning stuff in the park and doing some rails, I actually bought an endo board, which is just a wheel that has a board on top, so it kind of helps you balance, so you can kind of slide side to side. Help me find my balance points when I'm going into the terrain park. You know, I found my balance point when I'm doing board slides and things like that on my snowboard on the rails, and it was so much easier. I could do this practice at home. So if your weather's not good, it's raining outside, come in your garage, or if you just can't get to the trails, pull it out in your driveway or something like that, and kind of work on this. Just kind of helps get you some more practice and some more reps. And so I'll show you how I built this, and kind of show you a little bit of kind of how to use it and how to make yourself better. Alright, so I'm pretty much just going to be making this with just a bunch of the scrap wood that I have. I do have some variety of pieces here, so we're just going to make it work with what I have. I have an idea in mind. The design's pretty simple, as you guys have already seen. Yeah, this is what I'll be working with. So I have this measured out at 2.5 inches wide, which gives me just a little bit of wiggle room on my tires. Right now I have 2.1 width tires. I'm actually going to be upgrading to 2.4s. So I just wanted some room. I don't want it to be super snug in here, but I did want it to kind of be secure, so bike's not kind of flopping side to side. And then yeah, we're going to get these attached down at the bottom, and we'll keep going. Alright, so got this part assembled. Bike's in, there's just a little bit of wiggle room there. Like I said, I'm going to have 2.4 tires coming in here. I get those added. Doing a tubeless conversion on the bike too, so we'll be having a new video coming up on that as well. You can kind of see there's a little bit of wobble here on here, so we'll kind of adjust that. I'm also going to get another attachment wood right underneath here, kind of create like a little wedge, kind of hold the tire in as well, and potentially going to get on there and see how it feels, but I might even extend like some wings out to the side for some side-to-side balance. But we'll see how it feels. The biggest thing you want to learn about with your manual is that when you're up on your pedals, you want to come down and then back. Kind of like an L shape. That's pretty much what you're taught. The whole point of coming down first and then back is that way you can load up your shocks, load up your suspension. So that way as you come back, the suspension helps get the tire up. You can manual without doing that, and it just takes more work, more muscle to kind of get back, more body shift, more momentum. And I'm definitely no expert on this, and this is actually one of my first couple times even using this. But just so you can kind of get the idea, and just so you can know where we're all starting, and as we progress as well. So you can actually remove your chain. I did not, but if you remove your chain, it gives you the freewheel experience as if you're actually doing a manual on the trail. But with this system, it kind of locks up the pedals, which kind of helps as you're learning and progress a little bit. We'll kind of show you. Yeah, I can definitely see where I could make some improvements on here, I think, but we'll see if the tire width makes a little bit of difference. Just I do feel a little bit of side-to-side movement. There are ways as well that you can attach an eyelet to the front of the board with a strap for your front tire to keep you from going all the way over, like on my second try. Kind of felt me go back, but I wanted to prevent that because if you actually grab your back brake, it'll prevent you from going over, both while you're riding, but also while you're locked up in this machine. So kind of wanted to resemble as close to the trail as possible. I know this isn't perfect or ideal, and it's better just to get out on the driveway, get out on the trail, work on it out there. But if you don't have that, or if it's bad weather, this is just something good to work on, just something extra you can use. Probably about a week or so, I'll give another review on this and let you guys know how it's been working and things I might have changed. Hey guys, so I was actually kind of playing around with the bike a little bit, and I just kind of felt like something was a little off, and like just kind of there was too much sway, kind of left and right. And I do know that I created a little bit more space than what I needed for this particular tire size. However, I needed to make some adjustments. I'll kind of show you those here for you guys. I needed to have the wood kind of come across here as well, and then up here across. That'll help the tire from rolling side to side a little bit more. And then I can get rid of this because once I create have the wood come across here, I can have it come all the way front, and then I can just create a little platform or kind of a piece of wood across the front to kind of hold it in. I was going to use 2x4s, but I didn't have any more left in my scraps, so I just used some 2x6s, which actually kind of worked out good because it's just a little bit more height, covers a little bit more tire, which actually creates a little bit more stability in that sense too. But if you have 2x4s, it's cheaper. So kind of see the setup. I actually just made this very temporary. I just did just kind of attached a screw here on the side and then just one screw in the top, just because I'm really going to get my new tires this week in a couple of days, and hopefully to get my tires on, hopefully installed later this week. So very temporary, but so what I did was actually tighten these in a little bit closer, so that way I can still use it for the next couple days until I get those tires switched out. So obviously this is just to literally just hold in the side from this flopping out. Still a little flex here because I still need to attach a block here on the side, which again I'm going to do when I have the other tires. But anyways, you can kind of see the gist of the idea, and just by doing this with still a little bit of gap up here, still a lot more secure than just what I had the other day. But you can just remember to do this, use this block. If you're going to build this yourself, I recommend putting this straight block on first and then cutting the angles into the top. It'll be much easier, and yeah, not as much precision cuts and just kind of lining everything up. I already had wood glued this together and had the screws in there, and so it would have just been more of a headache to try to rip that apart and cut it down than just for me to add these with the angle cuts in there, etc. But hopefully this helps you guys with some clarification, and can kind of see some of the mistakes that I made, so that way you guys can hit that head on if you guys ever want to try this.